Trying to lose weight when you're busy can be really hard. Between work, family, and everything else life throws at you, you barely have time to think about food, let alone meal prepping or spending hours in the gym. For a long time, I struggled with this myself until I finally cracked it and I managed to lose almost 70 pounds whilst putting in 50-hour work weeks. Look, before we go any further, let me hit you with a reality check about losing weight when you're busy. You've probably been told you need to do some crazy complicated workouts, meal prep every single meal, and basically give up on everything else in your life if you want to get in shape. But that's all bullshit. I managed to lose nearly 70 pounds whilst working my arse off, and how? Not by doing insanely complicated, ridiculous routines, but by doing the basics for a long enough period of time for them to have an effect. You don't need to do 2-hour workouts. It might sound crazy, but 3 to 4 1-hour workouts per week will genuinely give you better results. You also don't need to meal prep breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can still go out to eat regularly. You just need to know what you're eating. And you definitely don't need to give up on your social life, your family time, or your career goals. And if any program is telling you to do that, well, then it's not sustainable and you are not going to lose weight that way. What you actually need is a system that fits around your goals, your schedule, your time constraints, and your lifestyle. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to do today, how to lose weight without letting it consume your entire life. Look, here's the thing about being busy. Your mind will try and convince you that you need to wait for the perfect time to start losing weight. I see it in my DMs all the time. I'll start when work is less crazy. My schedule is just too busy right now. I've just started a new project, and once I finish that, I'll then start. But here's the reality. Your life isn't going to randomly get less busy. If anything, it's going to get more busy. Your schedule isn't going to magically clear up. There'll always be another project, another deadline, and another reason to wait. I know this because I used to think exactly the same way. I would always put off my transformation. I would always say to myself, once I finish this work deadline, or once I've done that, then I'll start. But you know, my schedule never changed. What finally changed was my mindset. Instead of waiting for the perfect time, I started to focus on what I could control there and then. And I realized that just how in every other area of life, the small wins compound and eventually lead to the desired result. That doing something, even if it's not perfect, beats waiting for the perfect time to do everything. That's the mindset shift you need to have. Stop waiting for the perfect time and start making the most of the time that you have now. Because here's the brutal truth. You can keep waiting for the perfect time and you will never ever get in shape, or you can start now and make small incremental changes and change the way you look and feel for the rest of your life. So with that being said, let me show you how you can make time for fat loss when you're busy. Firstly, find the hidden time. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, so it's about finding that time and utilizing it to the best of your ability. Think about your morning commute to work. Could you walk part of the way? Maybe even just 15 minutes? Or what about your hour-long lunch break? Could you walk 15 minutes instead of just sitting at your desk all day? These small walks add up to thousands of steps every single day, and it's going to make a massive difference in the amount of calories you burn per week. And then think about schedule optimization. Instead of trying to force yourself to go to the gym after work when you're burnt out and you have no energy and you would rather do anything but go to the gym, could you maybe go to the gym in the morning before work? Also, pack your gym bag the night before. That way you aren't going to have to stumble around a dark house trying to pack your bag at 5 a.m. in the morning. The key is to find what works for your individual schedule. Everyone's schedules are different. So everyone's training and nutrition is going to be different based on that. So you need to find what works for you. Your environment will make or break your results when you're busy. So keep high protein and low calorie snacks around your desk. Think protein bars and salted popcorn, even fruit. Those are my go-tos. Also, make quick and easy meals in batches when you can. And go to places with good options for lunch. Think a protein source, a carb source, and some vegetables or fruit. You really don't need to make it complicated. And the less complicated it is, the better it's going to be for you, because nutrition will then be off your mind and it'll be easy to stick to in the long run. Those may seem basic, but believe me, those habits added together over a long enough period of time will make an absolutely massive difference to your physique and the way you feel. So what should you focus on in the gym and in the kitchen when you're busy all the time? First things first, nutrition when you're busy needs to be 1, simple, and 2, effective. I've said this more times than I can count in my content, but you need to work out what your maintenance calories are, and you can do this using a BMR calculator. Once you have your maintenance calories, you want to work out what a 500 calorie deficit is for you, and you want to be in a 500 calorie deficit every single day. This way, in 1 week, you'll lose 1 pound of fat, or in a month, you'll lose 4 pounds of fat. Track your calories in MyFitnessPal. It takes seconds to do, and you can pretty much scan every single barcode you'll find in a supermarket or anywhere nowadays. And once you've scanned the food, it will remember it, so it'll be way easier next time. Aim for 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. This is especially important when you're busy because protein keeps you fuller and more satiated for longer, meaning you're way less likely to snack when it gets to 6 and 7 p.m. and you're still at the office. In terms of what you should eat, you should follow an 80-20 approach. That means 80% of the food you'll be eating will be whole foods. That's basically just single ingredient foods, chicken, steak, all vegetables and fruits, also rice, etc. And then 20% of the time, eat whatever you want. Have that slice of pizza if you want it, have a glass of wine at night, have a small glass of whiskey. It's okay, just make sure you track it and you're still in your deficit. Like I said in the previous section, keep your meals basic, but don't overthink it. If you're craving a specific food, then have it, but you can do things like make a low calorie version of it. For example, this is my Five Guys replica. I promise you it tastes pretty much the same as Five Guys, but it contains 524 calories and has 60 grams of protein. And things like that is what's helped me lose weight because I'm eating foods that I enjoy, not just chicken and rice every single day. When it comes to training, again, you're going to want to be efficient. They should be short and impactful. For most people, 3 1-hour workouts following a push-pull leg split, focusing on compound movements like squats, military press, and deadlifts is absolutely perfect. Get in, train hard, and get out. You'll have about an hour for each workout, so make the time count. Recovery is also incredibly important. The busier you are, the more recovery is going to matter. Sleep is the most important thing. Look, 8 hours is obviously optimal, but let's be realistic. Most of us don't have the time to sleep 8 hours every day, but make sure you're getting a minimum of 6 to 7 hours per day. Take rest days and listen to your body. As a busy person, you're going to have to take rest days that you didn't plan sometimes, and that is okay. Just make sure you get back on track as soon as possible. Remember, this isn't about being perfect every day. It's about being consistent and doing the right actions over a long enough period of time for them to have the desired results. So do not worry if you fuck up some days. It happens to all of us. Like I said, just get back on track and you will get the result that you want. A good plan executed consistently will always trump a perfect plan executed occasionally. So don't fall into the trap of having one perfect week and then having 2 weeks where you do literally nothing. Be consistent. Find the level that fits to your lifestyle, like I said, and stick there. Stay there and make it work for the long term. Look, even with the best system, shit is going to happen from time to time. So let me show you how to overcome the most common obstacles you're likely to face. First up, late nights at work. They happen. They happen weekly for most people. So how do you deal with them? Like I said before, keep foods at your desk that fit your macros and are gonna fill you up. Fruit, protein bars, and salted popcorn are my absolute go-tos. And also, if you're gonna order in, don't order shit. Order the right food. There are so many options. There's thousands of options on delivery nowadays, and calories are present on most menus, so pick the right thing. And the second thing is, if you don't have time for a workout, try and do a 20-minute home workout and get extra steps in. Obviously, this isn't going to replace the gym, but doing something is better than nothing. And if you can, later in the week, try and make up for the missed session. But if you can't, you can't. Things happen. When it comes to alcohol, of course, it's best avoided, but 1 or 2 drinks isn't going to kill you as long as it fits in your calorie target. If you're going to have more than a couple drinks from time to time, that's fine, but try and choose a low-calorie alcohol option. Think vodka, soda, lime, or white wine. And get back on track the next day. Never drink for more than 2 days in a row, unless of course you're on holiday, then fair enough, do what you like. The most important part of all of this is to realize and accept that some days you're going to fuck up, but do not let that become an excuse for you to say fuck it and then slack off for an entire week. One bad meal doesn't ruin your diet, one missed training session doesn't ruin your progress, and one bad day doesn't ruin a good week. But if it becomes a pattern, then you are going to make no progress, and if anything, you're going to degress. So do not let that happen. There are 2 very common problems you are 100% going to face at some point, so let me tell you how to overcome them. Firstly, if you're not losing weight, make sure you're tracking everything properly, because most people don't do this. But if you do for 2 weeks and you still haven't lost weight, you can do one of 2 things. One, you can decrease your calorie intake daily by 100 to 200 calories, or you can up your output in terms of training, steps, cardio, etc. And that will likely fix that issue. And then if you find that you're constantly tired, you can do one of 2 things. This is very simple, but you can either take an extra rest day or try and find the time to fit more sleep in. Sleep will 9 times out of 10 be the issue if you're feeling tired constantly. Sleep is the most important thing on the planet, so try and get as much as possible. Look, I've just given you a system that is so simple to follow. You can go through the rest of my channel and you're gonna find so much more helpful tips, but the thing is, you're always going to be busy and you need to realize that, and life likely won't get less busy, so you can either use it as an excuse and you can stay out of shape and feel like shit for the rest of your life, or you can use this video and other videos on my channel to take action and actually make a change. You don't need hours in the gym, and you don't need to meal prep perfectly. You also don't need to put your career, social life, or family on hold. What you need to do is consistently execute on a simple system that works and develop lifelong habits. The time is going to pass anyway, so you can either be in better shape and feel 10 times better mentally, or you can just stay where you're at. It's really genuinely up to you. If you want help fast tracking this and you want to get in the best shape you have ever been in for the rest of your life, without putting everything else on hold, you can book a call down with me below and we can have a chat and we can see if it would be a good fit to work together. Other than that, that's it for this one. If you found it helpful, check out the rest of my videos, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you liked, tell me what you hated, and I'll see you in the next video.